Good morning, Kings Academy and everyone in West Palm Beach. I'm Logan Knight.
And I'm Christian Prosher, and you're watching Kings TV.
It's been a short week after our 4-day weekend, and we still have some great news.
Our Kings winter theater production, Little Women, has aired on YouTube, and everyone can now watch it for free.
Here's Bree to get more insight on the show with our cast.
TKA's most recent production, Little Women, was released last weekend. You can go stream it on YouTube. This production is based on Louisa May Alcott's most beloved story of the adventures of the four March sisters, Meg, Beth, Jo, and Amy. I met with some of the cast to see how the journey of playing these characters impacted them.
My name is Olivia Henley, and I played Jo March in Little Women. And Jo March is the protagonist of the story. She is a young writer who has these big dreams and aspirations, but she's constantly looking at ways to conduct herself with those dreams to be able to provide for those who she loves.
Hi, I am Noah Winters, and I played John Brooke in Little Women. John Brooke is more of the authoritative character in the story. He kind of has a maturity that some of the other characters lacked in a way, but were looking to find, and he was kind of the one who was willing to work and sacrifice for the family. He also ended up getting married to Meg Margaret, but before doing so, he had to go to war and make that big sacrifice for his family and for his country.
Hi, my name is Annie Maytott. I played the character of Meg March in Little Women. She's the oldest sister in the March family, and she sort of has taken on the role of watching over the other girls when Marmee, their mom, goes out to work. She's a mother, she's a wife, and she's an amazing sister.
Hi, I'm Emmy Modica, and I played Marmee March in Little Women the Musical. Playing a mom and a wife and a middle-aged woman as a 16-year-old was very different, and it was a really cool adventure that I went on with her.
So I was double casted with Reese. We both played Beth, and it was wonderful. She's so smart, she's so talented, and it was so great. We would be like, oh, I don't know how I felt about this choice, but this was beautiful. Like, I laughed, I smiled, stuff like that.
Everybody would always look at us and be like, oh, like it must be competitive. But it really wasn't like that. And it was just fun, and we could come and we could do our jobs and we could learn from each other and have fun with it.
The double casting actually really helped me truly find who John Brooks was. John Brooke loved Meg, and no matter who was playing that character, he was always going to fall in love with Meg. It taught me how to be flexible in my acting and to build chemistry with anybody, and it was really valuable for me.
You can go stream Little Women right now on the Kings Academy's YouTube channel. It's been Bree Taylor reporting for Kings TV. Now back to the anchors.
You know, I love how every play has their own story.
Almost like all of our students have their own story.
One student here with a very special story is senior Jacob Webb.
Well, thanks to Ray Ray, we get to hear Jacob's inspirational comeback story.
Brody Merrill with the ground ball. And then this man is Harry Potter with the wand. Behind the back with the pole. Bro, that's crazy. These kids are evolving, bro. This is elite level pole play. This man is young Dyson with the ground ball. John Morant with the behind the back.
So in the beginning of June of 2020, I started having some neck pain, and it got pretty bad, so we went and got like an MRI to check it out, and they found a tumor like size of a golf ball sitting up the upper part of my neck. So I had emergency surgery the next morning. They pretty much told me like I was probably like gonna be paralyzed and like never play lacrosse again. So I had a 9-hour surgery the next morning and woke up and couldn't feel the left side of my body. And they pretty much told me I wasn't gonna play lacrosse again, or had a really small chance of walking or running again. And I was in the hospital for, I think, 26 days, and I didn't have any visitors except my mom. I was the only person that was allowed to come for certain parts of the day. This has affected my college, career and future, because obviously I don't have feeling on the left side of my body. And it also kind of scared me, like they told me I wasn't gonna be able to play lacrosse again. And that's what I worked so hard for. That's what I got a scholarship for. Like, that was my future. But my surgeon, he gave me a chance. The way he did the surgery gave me a shot to actually play lacrosse again. He didn't remove the entire tumor. If you remove the entire tumor, I would have been paralyzed forever, but this just paralyzed me temporarily by taking out 98% of the tumor. So he gave me a shot, and that's all I needed was a shot. So I worked as hard as I could, every day. I would double my reps in physical therapy. I would do everything I could. It's a 2-year recovery. It takes 2 years for all of the feeling in my leg and the left side of my body to come back. So it's made things pretty tough. I do physical therapy 2.5, 3 hours every day. And I've been doing that for the past 8 months. And it's been 8 months, and it's been a long time, but I still have 16 more months to go until I'm 100%. So I'm probably gonna redshirt my freshman year at Albany, but for this upcoming senior season, I'm gonna try to play lefty attack even though I can't feel my leg. It's gonna be something that's never been done before. The worst moment throughout this process was probably the first 2 weeks in the hospital, because for the first 2 weeks they had to find out whether the tumor was stage 2, stage 2, stage 1, what stage it was. And basically if it was stage 2, they pretty much, they weren't just sugarcoating it, I was gonna die. There was no ifs or buts around it, that's what they told me was gonna happen. There was another girl on the other side of the hospital with the same thing that I had, and it was stage 2, and she passed away. So probably the weight, it was kind of agony, and as well as the pain, it was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Probably the best lesson that I've learned throughout this whole process is to not complain if something bad happens to you. If complaining is not going to do anything, and you can do so much more than you think you can. You could push so much harder.
Webb, you have been an inspiration to so many of us, and we are all praying for you. This has been Ray Kaliakova reporting for Kings TV.
Thanks, Ray, and thank you, Jacob, for an inspirational story.
We're all praying for your recovery, Jacob, and we're looking forward to see what the future has for you.
And that's it for this week.
Have a great weekend, TKA.